Hey witches, we're back.
Woo! Spooky.
Welcome to season 2 of Hex and Chill.
Yay! How exciting. A whole nother season of us just being us.
Yes. Well, I feel not like me the most, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant and I'm still growing this human and it feels weird. Also, I'm kind of sick, so if my voice sounds weird, I apologize, everybody.
Right. We accept.
You sound beautiful.
What is it? We listen and we don't judge, guys.
We listen and we don't
Guys,
judge.
Kay received her boo basket from her hubby today, and she got these really cute slippers, and it just dawned on me they're the cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spooky cookies.
The spooky cookies with the ghost and the jack-o'-lantern.
Anyways, we were going to talk about just our journey so far as witches. We are about to enter into Mabon, and that is when me and Lou first sat down and did a ritual, and we were like, wow, this is really, really cool. And then we dragged...
The light just turned on in the house across the street.
There.
But I so...
God bless America.
We're gonna have to change our seating because I'm looking at it's just nothing.
Anyways, Mabon is when me and Lou did our first ritual together, and after that we were like, wow, this is really cool. And then we invited Shay to come join, and it's history from there. So we are going to take today to talk about our journey so far and the things that we've learned, the things that we thought witchcraft was going to be, the things that we now realize it is, the things that speak to us, the things that we sit in, the things that don't work for us, and just kind of chat about it today.
Yeah. We invite you to open your circle if you would like to. We have opened our circle. Russell. And here we go.
So how do you feel stepping in? It's been a year.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I think we started the podcast probably midway through being on this journey, I think. And we kind of started off just being baby witches and figuring things out. And then we became really comfortable and wanted to talk about it and join other baby witches and talking about it. And I think that's where the podcast kind of gave birth, like this idea of we want to just gab and we want to just let people listen and want to be a part of that conversation.
Make it accessible.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we have definitely learned going into this. Like right now we're really kind of I wouldn't say blowing up on TikTok, but like we're getting a lot more interaction on our TikToks and seeing that there's a lot of people that need a community and that don't have one anymore, or maybe the community is not what they thought they would have. And I think for us, this podcast definitely encourages that community for like other people to come and get a glimpse into what our grimoires look like. And I don't know, the relationships that we've built together.
I'm so excited stepping into, I don't know, I feel like we know ourselves a little bit better. We know each other a little bit better, and we're able to step into a new season. Haha, literally, figuratively. And all fronts, we're coming into fall, all of the things. But I didn't realize until we started talking about doing podcast or starting recording again, starting season 2, how much I missed just this, like sitting in a room with you guys talking about everything and
Cleo meowing at us.
Yeah. She's
always begging for attention. And
the cat,
it's just,
the cat for clarity.
Oh yes.
Not
familiar.
Cleopatra the Pharaoh. She's not.
I mean,
she might be. I mean, I might.
You very well could be Cleopatra.
I've never seen you both in the same room together.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Go check out our episode on past lives if you're interested about that.
But yeah, I missed this community.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I love you guys, and I love the ideas that we get to talk about together. And I love that we get to open it up to other people so that they can see behind the curtain and see that you don't have to have everything absolutely put together.
And I'll be the first one for season 2 to say the word, but it feels really intentional. that we get to sit down and talk. Like, we are intentional with each other about like, hey, let's talk about this subject. Hey, let's read this book together and then chat about it. Let's watch this movie and chat about it. Let's we're going on a ghost hunt soon. Let's go on this ghost hunt and then let's tell our experience. But in doing that, we're also like forcing ourselves to have this like friendship check-in accountability almost with this podcast.
Yeah. I love that. And I think it also cue Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande holding space.
I love it.
For our witchy ideas and thoughts to come to fruition. Because like in the day-to-day, like we don't have time to like sit and talk about like, let's talk about the nitty-gritty of what I really believe. And
Right.
when we hold this space for the podcast, like one, we're sharing it with each other, but also sharing it with others who might feel similarly.
Yeah, and what we've seen lately is we recently put out a TikTok about just showing one of our coven meetings, and we had such a large response from women who are craving what we have. The idea of, I just want to be a part of a coven. I just want to sit around a circle and burn herbs. Like, that's all I want to do. And so many people reached out to us in our comments, and other women were like, oh, I have a coven in, West Virginia. You should come join if you're in West Virginia. And it was a really beautiful thing to see because it was encouraging. But what Shay said, it was also a little sad in the sense that like we hate that people don't have a coven or the community of being seen and heard and accepted.
Yes.
And so I think season 2 is going to be more of that accepting, more of that place where if you like our ideas or feel the things we feel, witchcraft, ghosts, past lives, all these weird things that we've talked about in the first season, that's what we're going to continue.
Yes. We're here.
So we're kind of going to go into our year as witches and the different things that have happened to us, the things that have spoken to us and all of that. And I would love for Shay to start off and talk about the bone she bought in Salem because...
Okay.
Take it away.
Okay. Listen, first of all, in order to even address this, I think we have to talk about the Samhain pool. Like, so last year for Samhain, Kay and I spent Samhain together, and we literally pulled tarot for the entirety of the year.
Because Lou was a loser.
I don't even remember what I was doing.
You were your boyfriend who's not your boyfriend anymore.
We are focusing on Shay right now.
Anyway,
all right.
It's a little bit too much of Lou's personal life out in there.
That's good.
Here's her social security number. It's ours.
And her address.
Yeah.
Go find her. So we did this Samhain pool, and when I tell you, like, it was the most accurate thing for the whole year. I've never seen anything like that. It basically told me that I was going to have a really crappy year.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that came up in the full year tarot pool, and I do want to just put a slight trigger warning on this because it does involve pregnancy loss. But essentially, I went through several losses. My husband and I had been trying to get pregnant for almost probably 6 to 9 months at that point. And
you got pregnant fast.
I did get pregnant fast, and one of the first things that we did as a coven was actually do a fertility spell, which was really cool. And I think it worked, which is crazy because I got pregnant.
That was your second one.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and then I ended up having a very early miscarriage there. And then we did some more fertility spells. I got pregnant again. And then also lost that one. At that point, I kind of was following with what the Samhain pool said, but also kind of just it is what it is. But when I went back and looked and reviewed it stuff at certain points in time, I'd be like, wow, this is really accurate for how I've been feeling.
And for a tarot pool, we always say, it can give you guidance, but it's not, here's your fortune, your future, and it was this may happen to you, but this is just Exactly.
And I think that's a great clarifying factor is that we definitely don't use it as oh, I'm going to see what the year has in store for me. It was more of just we're just being silly, goofy girls and Just see what's going on.
Just around a Ouija board doing us.
Well, yeah, that's okay.
It's goofy.
And then one thing that came up for both Kay and I in our tarot pulls was that like March was going to be like really invigorating, and we're going to get our power and like feminism and all this stuff. Then we went on our trip to Salem, which we decided.
Well, we planned a trip.
So according to the Samhain pull, this March energy that was supposed to happen, we kind of like all looked at each other and were like, I think this means that we need to go to Salem
and
together.
we also did. We said, do we need to go to Salem in March? And the card said yes. And then we asked it again, and it said yes again.
Yeah.
So it was a very like, this is when we need to do it. It was far enough out for all of us. I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Which it also, and I think we talked about, it's fucking incredible that it like coincidentally, which we don't believe in coincidences, but in March in Salem was the mark of how many years since the Salem
333 right?
And the lunar eclipse.
Yes.
And
So like
lunar
all
eclipse.
of these things
So cool.
perfectly lined up, and we didn't. It's not
And
like
it all
we were
started
like
from that card pull.
Exactly.
in October.
exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like it's not like we were sitting like, oh, let's figure out where everything is. No, it literally just aligned, and it was.
And even our
insane.
trip was like a few times it had to be moved around in March when we went too. Like it wasn't even like, oh, we should do it during this. It was like, oh crap, we can't get off that time. Or the car is better at this time. Whatever. It was like we figured out a date that was the cheapest.
Yeah.
And that's when it landed.
And
Literally.
we didn't even know about the 333 years until we were like
Until I literally
couple
called you
days.
guys both and was like, what the fuck?
it was like a couple days before the trip.
Literally.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
So
But we went to Salem.
So we went to Salem, and we were in one of the stores called the Coven's Cottage, which
So
I mean,
cute.
okay, period.
It was like like eclectic, almost like you walked into like, was it Norse?
Yeah,
kind of?
like a Nordic store.
Yeah.
Like you were in Europe when you walked in there. But the other thing is about that store is that like that's one of the only stores in Salem that doesn't allow you to record inside. So like we weren't allowed to record anything while we were in there. But we also were like buying other things so we could do
Hand fasting.
hand fasting spell to celebrate the innocent lives that were lost during the Salem witch trials. And as I was kind of checking out, I saw these like little bones that they had there. And at this point in like my fertility journey, like my partner and I had basically were like decided that, okay, we're just going to call it quits and just let, nature do its thing. If it happens, it happens, but we're not going to bank on it anymore.
Right.
But I did notice that there were some little fertility bones that they had. And I was like, I've never seen this kind of magic before. Very fascinated by it. So I was like, I'm just going to pick one up. Why not? Long story short, fly home. I add the fertility bone to my altar along with several other things. A few crystals, some jewelry, all of the above, Literally, I think maybe a week later, I took another pregnancy test and it ended up being positive. And now I am 6 months pregnant.
So baby was in Salem.
Baby was there. She was already in witchy training. And it very much is so true. Like the crazy thing about that too is that like the first time I like was able to feel her move outside of my stomach was literally at a coven meeting, and Kay and Lou were the first people to feel her moving.
Shay's partner.
It's okay. He knows. But that just tells me like, I don't know. I think
It's
she
so
vibes
cool.
with it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then also like the universe literally was like, I know we've been dealing you some hard cards, but like,
Yeah.
we got you. Don't worry. It's all in good timing.
It was a moment when you just said that made me think. The other day I was with my little girl and we were blessing some stars to put on their roofs. I got some glow in the dark stars, and she was helping me put like lavender and rose over, and we sprinkled it with moon water. And it was just fun because in the moment I was like, oh, I could have recorded it for a TikTok to show people because it's adorable. But at the same time, it was this really fun, organic moment of just like, I'm glad she'll have that kind of those memories of just being able to, you bless something yourself. You give it power to protect you and give you good dreams. And she's helping with that. I think it's just really cool. So thinking of your baby girl coming in is just something fun that we get to
Pass on
on.
our traditions that we're starting now. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of incredible.
You guys, this just made me think about this. But
Shut up, Cleo.
I work for my grandmother 2 days a week, and basically we just hang out. We go through her stuff. She teaches me how to sew. It's really fun. We were going through some of the stuff in her shed, and there is I can't remember what it's called. I think it's just a blanket cover. There we go. Thank you, world. I know. Just hear me out. So
Okay, so there's a blanket cover.
she goes, have you ever seen the blanket cover? And I go, no, what are you talking
How
about?
many babies has been made in the blanket cover?
No, so it is this beautiful blanket that it's very thin, and it's kind of like a sheet, but it has frills on it, so it's just to go over to like cover the bedspread or whatever. But it has lines in it. And she started with her sewing group, and it has all of the women that are in the sewing group hand embroidered on there. And then it has their children and then their children. So there's generations. And what would happen is when one of the women would have a baby, they would go into the hospital, they would lay this blanket over them. And then when they would figure out the name or whatever, then they would hand stitch or whatever. But it was just this kind of blessing blanket that was passed down. How fucking witchy is that?
Yes.
So witchy.
But they're all like these old Christian ladies. I just love it.
That's amazing.
I know.
Passing down.
But it's like I'm on this blanket, and I didn't even know about it until
What were you doing
3
on the
weeks ago. Being born.
Oh, okay. You were on that blanket?
Yeah, my name. I'm like my name is on that blanket.
So they laid it on you when you were a baby?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking adorable.
Right. It's so like I want to do things like I want to have
Can
things.
we lay my 5-year-old on a blanket and just start with him?
Yes.
I mean, probably.
Right. And then we could
Why
just
not?
pass it down, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how to hand embroider?
I do not.
So when you start learning these things,
I can
also
Sharpie.
this is I need to start having quotes from my grandma, because we were in Walmart or Hobby Lobby, like in the craft section or whatever, and we were just talking about, I was like, it's so sad that all of these things it's just a dying art, like being able to sew, doing all of this stuff. She goes, I know, girls just need to be kept more busy so then they stay out of beds or whatever. And I was like, oh my God.
They tried that when they forced us to be in wives.
It's like, you can't
daughters.
say this. Anyways, it was funny.
Well, talking about that, Lou, since we talked about what Shay bought in Salem, that
Wait, did you finish your story?
Oh, yeah. Did you want to say any more? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Now that Shay kind of mentioned something really witchy that has been happening to her, and it's still happening to her because she's growing a freaking human inside her, and that's the most witchy thing you can do.
Literally.
But I would love to hear about the thing that you bought in Salem.
Yes. So I bought some Moldavite earrings, and I'm going to explain what Moldavite is. I knew Moldavite was a really powerful crystal. I didn't know everything that I know about it now, or when I bought these earrings, like, because the man that I was talking to, he explained a lot about it, and it was really cool. But
And I was like, yeah, you need to get that, girl.
Yes.
You need to
Also,
get
that shop was amazing.
oh my gosh.
They talked about moving to Nashville, and
and we were like,
do you
please,
remember the name
we
of
will
the
all,
shop?
do you?
No.
we'll look
Guys.
it up and link it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's the coolest crystal shop in Salem.
They were
Everybody knows,
fantastic, and the nicest man owned it, and I
They
loved
did
it.
aura readings in the back.
Yeah, I got my aura read too.
Oh, yeah. I will say, Kate says that they're the coolest, but I actually do think that they're the coolest, and they had the most fair prices on crystals and like high quality crystals.
Yes. And they were like good. Yeah.
And the owners had great energy. And
Yes. Okay, but we can't remember their name. I'm pretty sure I have their business card. I need to go find that. Okay. Anyways, so this is what Moldavite is, one of those stones that feels like it doesn't belong on Earth, because technically it doesn't. It was born when a meteor hit the Earth millions of years ago, and the impact created this wild green glass, which is called a stone of transformation, because when it shows up in your life, things tend to move fast, like sudden awakenings, big shifts, or doors you didn't even know existed flying open. It's not gentle, it's intense, like being catapulted onto your path. People talk about having a Moldavite moment, that one experience where everything just cracked open. For me, that was when I got these earrings. So I had been searching for Moldavite for, honestly, 3 years at this point.
3 years is a long time.
Yes. And because I would see it pop up on Instagram or TikTok, and I was like, oh, I want my life to be catapulted because I'm in a marriage that I hate and I don't know what I want to do with my life. So anyways, I've been searching for Moldavite, but I didn't know like where to buy it, because I knew it was rare and I didn't want to get fake stuff. Yeah. So we're in Salem. Not on my radar to be buying Moldavite. I did not go to Salem thinking I need to buy Moldavite. So we go in there, I see their display case and it's beautiful. And I'm like, holy shit, it's Moldavite. This is what I've been wanting. And it's very expensive because it's very rare. And that's why there's lots of fakes of it. So that's why if you ever see cheap Moldavite, it is most likely not authentic. And by most likely, it probably isn't at all.
So you should not buy it.
You should not buy it. So anyways, I decided to get these earrings and I started wearing them immediately. And it's kind of wild how, I don't know, hindsight is always 2020. So looking back from when I got these earrings in March. By May, I had broken up with my almost 2-year boyfriend. I had 2 new jobs. And just life was ridiculously crazy. So I got these earrings in March and I start wearing them every day. I'm working at this job, don't really love it. May comes around. I am just very unhappy at my current job. And I'm trying to figure out ways that I can quit so I can focus more on things that I want to.
And also your relationship is not great.
Correct.
At this time, you're in a relationship still, right?
Yes, in a relationship and not thriving. All of this. So I'm at dinner with my mom and Kat for my birthday. And we're eating dinner, all of this. And an idea just comes to my head. I'm like, hey, Mom, do you think you would pay me or my grandmother would pay me to come work for her 2 days a week? Like, I will clean, I'll cook, I will clean out her stuff, I will do whatever. And she was like, yeah. What do you think about this price? And she gave me this number and I was like, yes, I am totally fine with that. So yes, so I like just manifested that job. I just asked. And she was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We've actually been searching for this and we would rather pay you than pay some random person. So I was like, fuck yes. Amazing. So then the end of May comes around and I had a dream that I broke up with my boyfriend and I felt...
Which was a big deal because you weren't
Because I wasn't remembering my dreams.
And then we made her wake up in her dreams.
And so now I remember my dreams when it's important things. So I had this dream that I broke up with my boyfriend and I felt so much relief. Then the next night I had a panic attack until I made the decision. Then the next day I broke up with my boyfriend. And then another man comes into my life that just came in on a fucking whirlwind. And anyways, that is not for a time for us to talk about right now.
Next week on Love Life. That's honestly, a great. Let's do it.
Honestly, if there's any single male witches that are listening to this podcast.
Yes.
Or I don't even have to just say male. Is there any single witches listening to this podcast? Okay, so then this other person comes into my life and it's a whirlwind. It's very fun. We're having fun. And also, I think mid-May, maybe June, I had applied for this job that was my dream job. It's a dispensary in East Nashville. It is so fucking cute. And the second I walked into that store, I was like, yes, I have to work here. This is my vibe. It's like they went into my brain and curated a store just for me. And so I went in there on my birthday and asked them, hey, are you guys hiring? And they said, oh, send us your application, whatever. So then I find out in June that I got the job and I was blown away. So from March until now, this is what completely blew my fucking mind in the witchy world and everything, is just that this crystal really did upheave my life, but in such a good way, because I'm no longer in a relationship that's not serving me. I am not at a job that I hate. I scored a fucking awesome job getting to hang out with my grandma and learn how to do really awesome things. And then also working in this amazing dispensary. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like that is really cool.
And you are much happier.
Yes, I was about to say. I needed a little stir of the cauldron for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Did a little chaos magic, but
I need to recharge these guys.
I can wear them right now.
I know.
Beautiful.
I wear them like every day.
That's really cool because I think...
Oh, okay. The other really fucking cool thing about these earrings. So Moldavite, if you lose it, like it just means you don't need it anymore.
Well, that's what most crystals are. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So...
Or if they break.
Yeah.
Yes. So on our way home from Salem, one of the backs of my earrings fell off, but it was still in my ear the entire time. I didn't lose it.
That's cool.
Because you needed it, baby.
I needed it.
Yeah, it was like, I'm coming with you.
Hold on,
Okay,
baby. We're not done shaking things up.
I'm done talking about my crystal now. I think it's Kay's turn.
My crystal, it's done. No, I was going to say that I think that both girl stories are really fun for like a moment that was really changing, like a big moment this last year that was really fun and witchy and something that we would have not seen on our docket 2 years ago, right? When would have Shay ever bought a bone?
Yeah.
Right? When would have Lou been like, like trust her instincts to buy those earrings? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it be something that's worth the money and worth because you needed it.
Or finding the significance in it, right?
Yeah. We would even have gone to Salem, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, how long have we been talking about going to Salem?
Oh, yeah.
And this is the first time you've gone before, but
yes. We're going to go again. That's fine. I've just been thinking of like our whole journey, and something like I want to talk about is it's been, like we said, it's about a year when Mabon rolls around. And I remember when we first started, we wrote in our grimoires a lot. Did I say it right? I'm like, did I say it? My grimoire. We wrote in our grimoires. You can say your
grimoire. Like, how do you say it wicked?
Grimoire. With my coven.
Wait, what?
My coven. That guy. Remember? He's like the coven. Okay. The COVID.
Apparently, that's actually a way that you're supposed to say it.
I know. Well, we didn't know that because
I learned that on another podcast called Stuff You Should Know.
we would like when we first started, we really looked up different spells and rituals and tried to practice them and try to get just into the groove and in the rhythm of doing spells. It was all very new to us. Like, yeah. I think the first thing we ever did was a self-love spell as a coven, and then we did the fertility one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we had to look up what the herbs meant and what we should put in it and what a white candle meant and what a black candle meant and what is black pepper. I mean, all these things they weren't in our minds. We didn't know these things. And like the story I shared earlier, now I'm finding myself just being pulled to my altar and throwing something together. Recently, my sister...
To be fair, you've always been that way. You just didn't know the meaning behind it.
Right. Yeah. Like I was always like... But now, since my brain knows lavender is for calming, like I recently... My mom was going to see my younger sister, and my younger sister has been doing a really amazing job on this mental health. She has really bad panic attacks and all these things, and she's finally like really like tackling it with going to counseling and all this stuff. So I'm really, really proud of her. She's killing it. She's killing it. She's like, she's getting these tools. She sounds happier, and it's really makes me happy. But my mom was going from where we live to visit her, and I was like, I would love to give her a little witchy basket, because my sisters are all my whole family is very loving and supporting of this. They're just like not into it. You know what I mean? Like, I think they like it, but it's just not something that's on their docket right now in life. Yeah. I think all my family is really witchy. It's just they do it in different ways. I'm definitely like but I haven't always been. So anyways, I just like sat down and I was like, what do I want to make her? And I was like, I want to make her a calming spray that she can spray on herself when she feels overwhelmed. I want to give her a satchel that she can hold that has crystals and herbs that are calming and uplifting. And I wrote spells on them and encouraging things. And I gave her a specific crystal, and I gave her a Palo Santo stick. And I just made her this basket. And I got a video from her where she like put it all over her house. She put the crystals on the here, and she has the Palo Santo over there. And she says every day she sprays herself with this little, it's like lavender orange moon water with certain crystals. I think it was what was the 3? It was
Amethyst,
quartz, and onyx. Right? And I just put this shit together. Right? I just did it. And I didn't look up a TikTok or look for another witch's guidance or ask my chat GPT what's a good spell for this. I just did it. And it was just really, I called both girls and was like, I did this and it's making me really excited. Not only because I just feel like it was that click moment when you're like it just, I don't know.
It was normal. It was a part of
it's like when
your routine.
It's like when you're doing an acting scene and you do it finally and you're like, that's it. Right? That feels like I've finally, I don't know, tackled something that feels like good. Not saying our whole journey hasn't been that way, but it's just for me, it was just that moment of like the same thing with my daughter doing just randomly putting stuff on it. Like,
it's almost it feels like when we first started, it almost felt like play, as in like, you know, when we were kids and you're making your potions and you're making your spells, and we were acting that out. And then now it feels second nature, and you don't have to look things up to see, oh, how am I supposed to do this? It's, oh, this is how I'm supposed to do it because this is what feels right to me.
And I think for the journey that you guys have listened to and us starting from the beginning till now, I think we always are going to learn more.
Absolutely.
So we say this in the vein of we are still have no idea how to do it all. We are not these beautiful witches on TikToks that have been witches for 30 years. And it's way more second nature. I mean, it's not even second nature. It's just who they are now. Yeah. You know, like there's these beautiful women that you can find. And I still follow and I save so many rituals and spells. And I love doing that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think I finally clicked into something where I feel comfortable
to trust your own intuition.
To trust my intuition. And I had to do that by doing all these spells that we put on the beginning of if you go back on our TikToks, it was so much fun to like do it and then share it and be like, this is something I learned today, how to make a money spell. Do you want to know? You know, and that's how our TikTok started off.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming more of just getting to know us and getting to see our journey and getting to laugh with us and play with us. And I think that's what season 2 feels like it's going to be. Yeah. Less, here's how to be a witch with us.
More of like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And if it works for you, works for you. And also if it doesn't, then be secure, be present in what you're doing and know that like you are enough.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's all we want, I think, as witches. I think that's like everybody's goal is like, it's very much rooted in feminism, but it's more of the idea of like, you can just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And it's magical.
I think every time we get together, when we get together as a coven, just us 3 or with Kat, sometimes it's more of us just chilling. But when we get together with other women or other people, we've had several of our friends come join, coworkers, people that hear we're having a coven meeting and they're like, ooh, I'm interested. And we've had people come, and I think we're going to have even more, like starting to build more people coming instead of just us 3. And every time we do it, I always feel so like fucking awesome after it. Like seeing all, like sometimes it's just all women. And I'm like, this is so much power. This is so cool. This is so exciting. And then other times when we have like men there and it's just a different energy, but it's still this like, it's just
awesome.
Yeah. And
or
seeing
non-binary friends.
Or a non-binary friend. Yes. Anyone, whatever. But there's just a different energy each time. I think what I'm trying to say. And it's fun.
It's always the energy that we need for the time.
Yeah. For that day.
Like whatever the energy that each individual brings, it's like.
Yeah. When you need that feminine rage energy, it's there. And when you need that moment, because I can, even that day my husband was there. And he joined the whole time, but it still felt like he was bringing that energy. You know what I mean? He was like, yes, women, you know, yes, queens, I will be here. And I also am going to ask the universe what it wants to tell me. I think our last meeting, we had a friend that was like, holy crap, this tarot card like bonked me on the head. And it was fun to see that from him because he's more like a whatever, let's just flow with it. And this was like, whoa, I put something in the jar that my card just told me this is really hard to be like,
I can't really separate that.
Yeah. This is a weird, like, I see a ghost.
Yeah.
I can't explain.
And the crazy thing about that too is that, like, he was the first to speak. Like, it wasn't like there wasn't any influence from anybody else. So, like,
True.
He was the first one to be like, oh, like, this makes sense.
Yeah, everyone's made sense that night. That was fun.
Okay, I have one fun prompt for us.
Okay.
If we could tell our 1 year ago selves one thing, what would it be?
We're going to end with, what would we tell our 1 year old self?
What?
1 year ago old
Or
self.
1 year
My
old
one,
self.
my
My
1 year old
baby
self. My one witch year ago self. That's clunky.
What would I tell my
What would you tell
Now
yourself
that I'm
a year ago?
officially a 1 year old witch?
Yes.
What would I tell my baby witch self?
Boom.
Write shit down.
Ooh.
Well, okay, like that's what I'm,
Yeah.
because so with my grimoire, I bought like that really beautiful
Yeah.
grimoire, but I haven't written anything in it. I have my other grimoire that's just like a notebook that I write stuff in because I want it to be
Pretty.
perfect and pretty, but
I think
that
I jumped
doesn't
into
matter.
mine. Like I just jumped into mine without it being
Yeah.
pretty, and I just
Yeah.
wrote down the things I was doing, and
But then it was beautiful because
Exactly,
you did spend
yeah.
so
So-
much time
Yeah.
like,
And also
investing.
journaling and tarot and
Yeah.
all, and just what you feel, what you notice, because it's all of the small tiny things that are so fucking magical.
Yeah.
I think I would tell myself that it's okay that you don't know everything. Like, it's okay. And I think that's an obvious thing. But for me, I'm kind of that planner overachiever person that's like, oh, now that I'm doing this, I really would like to know everything, but I can't know everything at once. Sorry, Kay. You can't just, download it into your
The
brain. I
whole
wish,
manual.
like, I'm that way about everything. I'm like, I want to know everything about Egyptian stuff right in this minute. Tell me everything. And it's like, there's so many years of Egyptian stuff. Is it possible? Anyways, but it's okay that it takes time. Like, it's okay that it's been a year and now you feel like you understand things.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. Like, and I think at the beginning I was like, I'm running like crazy. And then I slowed down, and I think we all did. I think we were all at the beginning like, we're so excited. Let's do everything. And now we're at this place that's like, it's just, I don't know. It feels.
I feel like we have a rhythm.
Yes. Yeah. And it feels more innate and less new, like you said. Like, I'm not pretending anymore. I just feel like this is the things I do
And
now.
not because not that we were pretending.
No, right.
Right.
But it felt like play.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, instead of being like, okay, I should put out my own water because I'm witchy, I'm like, oh, I would like to do this because I would like to use some of this stuff to
Yes.
put into
It's
things to send to my
more-
sister.
It's more
Or-
purposeful and intentional.
Intentional.
Or
Just say intentional.
intentional.
Thank you.
Or when you forget to put out moon water, not beating yourself up and saying you're a bad witch.
Yeah.
Because I forget to put out moon water sometimes, and I am the queen of moon water.
I think we said,
And that's okay.
yeah, that's
And it's
okay.
okay.
I think we end this by saying that it is okay. Like, this is the only religion. This is the only thing, if you want to call it religion, this is the only way of life that I have lived personally that feels so free. And I think we've talked about that. There is no necessarily right or wrong. It's just about figuring out what your soul wants. What is it craving? Why did you want to buy that bone? I don't know. You trusted yourself. You bought it and you were already effing pregnant. But it was just one of those moments that was like, maybe it was the universe saying, hey, we're going to work really hard for this one to keep.
Yeah.
You know what I
And like
mean?
this is
'Cause
this is our nod to you of like, yeah, you wanted this.
got this.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
And your brain
You
was
are
like,
you are fertile.
Yeah. That's funny because what I was going to say is like what I want to tell my
yeah.
year ago self would have been like, you are power. Mm-hmm. You are enough. You got this.
yeah.
And like, I think the significance of that is like coming from a religious background is like you are constantly being told to cast your cares upon somebody else and like give that credit
Yeah.
to somebody else. But like, no,
Yeah.
reclaim it. It's your power.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that is like, I don't know, to me feels really moving.
A story I want to tell real quick to end our podcast is to bounce off Shay's point, I was in Lowe's with my kids and the Halloween stuff's out right now. And my 2 boys loved it. They were like, the youngest one is like pressing all the buttons because he's like, oh, I see the wire goes up and it makes that guy talk. He's 2. And he's like, that just vibes with him. And my other one is running around pressing all the buttons. But my girl got very scared. She did not like it. She was like, Mama, go. All done. And I was like, let's just turn you away from it. And then she started crying. She's like, all done. I was like, okay, I got to get her out of here. She's scared. I don't want to be scared. And then I was like, baby, you're the light of the world. Like, we left. But I'm telling her this after we left. I'm not making her stare at these spooky things. Just everyone out there. We left. I threw the boys in the car. And I left in. I was like, baby, you're the light of the world. Like, you don't have to be scared. They're just fake. And you're like, you don't have to be scared. And you're brave and beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And my 5-year-old, who we have been telling him he's the light of the world from the get-go, we let them say it in the mirror. I am blank, 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 and I'm the light of the world. And he looks at his little sister and he goes, you know, sometimes people are the dark of the world too. And I start laughing so hard. And I'm like, no, baby. No, actually, people aren't the dark of the world. Sometimes people just forget that they are the light. And I think to those out there, like, I think that's also something that we get to remember. Like, these people that may, like, make you feel silly for who you are or make you feel silly for putting out moon water or whatever. You know, I just feel like if you feel like you are at your best, you are the light of the world, you are powerful, you know, it's okay that people don't see that. And like, they might think you're the dark of the world, but really it's just like, some people just, it's when you find your light, right? It's when you like connect into that. And I think sometimes when there are bad people or those hateful people, it's just, they are too beautiful, but they've just forgotten how bright their light is. They're the light of the world, right? So kind of to wrap up this episode, we are so excited to be back. We are so excited to continue to learn and to continue to grow and continue to share our story with you guys and hear your stories. Like, we are on our TikTok right now. It's so amazing the people we're getting connected with.
Yeah, definitely don't hesitate to also let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And what you want us to hear. I mean, we have things that we have planned, but also like,
we want to hear from you guys.
Exactly. Like,
we want to hear your woohoo stories this last year. We want to hear your bone story. And we could have a day when we just like read other witches' stories about how the moments of their life. That. You know, that'd be great.
Oh, I love that.
We can drop our
like do a Google form.
Yeah.
Like people could just like send their yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, please.
Please.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we're
doing it.
I'm so excited for our new season and all the things we're gonna cover. Which next week we're talking about
bum 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 the Conjuring universe
and the new and the final.
The final
is it the final one?
Oh, it's the final. They're Lorraine and what are their names?
Lorraine.
No, but what are the actors' names?
Oh, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson.
They are hanging up their ghost hunting hats and saying goodbye.
So the final Conjuring installment.
Yeah, and if you guys have been following us on our TikToks, we've been watching it from the like chronologically. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go see that and talk about it and the universe all together, but a lot about the new one, and that's going to be fun.
We're so excited.
Get ready for that.
I hope you guys are excited that we're back and come and listen with us. Share us with your friends and your family and your dogs.
And your cats. Maybe the past.
And your ancestors.
Tarot Pool of the Week is going to be down in the description below if you're interested in that. Also, along with a Google form link so that you can insert your witchy story.
Shay, you going to make that for me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thanks. Okay. Well, guys, we love you. We're excited for this new season.
The light in me sees the light in you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, witchlings.
Banana.
Our little board is just a banana. A bee that
I kind of thought it was a candle.
Be that.
All right, you guys ready?
Banana.
Banana.
Okay.
Banana.
Cut banana. God, banana.
Oh, I don't think I can get down there anymore.
What is it?
Why do I know your password anymore?
I don't know.
Also, Cleo is so fucking cute in that.
You pause it like this?
Just press spacebar.